of Pain Element and all that, and casting a spell as one of their main attacks.
Yeah, the fixer demons, we could summon archdemons, and it. But at the same time, I'm just talking to Nyx. At the same time, double, it was equally pointless to us as melee was because no, Sky, the dog didn't eat the bird. The bird would probably eat the dog. But it's just that we were so outclassed in every area. We couldn't do one single. Like I could never hunt in Eastern Desert or the equivalent of that. I was forced to stay in zones that were way beneath me. I think that I could only end up staying in Unicorn Glen, and even then, only on the top side. I think I reached almost a max cap on the Wandering Holy Man, so I was getting very little EXP there, and it never got any easier. I was constantly having to sheath my weapons or dropping them and picking them back up as everyone did, and eating Synod Orbs or drinking healing potions. I just couldn't do anything. I mean, Daleth, at least he could, in theory, keep going because he was a zombie, but he had a hard time too. But not as hard as Fixer Demons had. You never had to eat Synodor herbs as a wolf. You just kept plowing through. You just lay down for a few seconds. We didn't have that luxury. I wish we did. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, in all their glory, I mean, they definitely had their share of pausing and, just regenerating a little bit, but, a lot tankier for sure.
In their wolf form, they could take it.
Yeah. I think it's interesting, wolf form, it seemed like we wanted to say that it was so overpowered, but it actually, if you look at the damage output, it's actually fairly okay because a lot of Nyx's, for example, hunting logs, even against normal characters, normal mobs that are fairly low level, the damage wasn't like absolutely crazy.
Yeah. What Dale just said, I remember he spent a lot of time doing the whole snoring thing, ZZZZ, because that's all you could do as a zombie pretty much. They hadn't planned, I think, for some reason. And he would oftentimes go to these packed rooms, and they didn't have magic, so he couldn't die. He'd end up just staying in here for hours because no one was on at the time to go drag him out.
Yeah, that was terrible. If you're in a non-magic zone, I mean, you just wish something could come in and kill you so you could release, but you're just stuck. You can't do anything. And then people would come by and you would snore and spam it throughout the chat, and then they would just leave. It's like, oh, thanks.
Alright, yeah. There's some interesting caveats to wolf form for sure, especially in the end. Perhaps probably throughout all of it, but the whole breath sigil thing was a fairly new idea, I think. And then they expanded it later in the game. Oh, that's another good point.
Yeah, but oftentimes when you kill like a large rat or something, they can drop a hammer and stuff. And if you can pick up a hammer from a rat, a wolf should be able to pick it up too. I remember we used to do that for fun on DF. We would drop like these oversized, like the Thunder Hammer. We used to drop it in a room and wait for like a little large rat to go pick it up and kill it. Large rat drops a Thunder Hammer. I thought that was No, it wasn't a large rat. It was a porcupine. That's what we used to always do. A porcupine drops a Thunder Hammer. Must have got caught in his quills. Oh, and by the way, you said that the marsh still needs an update. Which marsh?
Oh, that's just the mini maps that we've gone back and forth on a little bit.
I see over in Darkcore. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Or wherever you were. I assume it's Darkcore.
Yes, sir. Home sweet home.
Yay!
I finally figured it out. I was like, I know I'm from memory, like I had the right ideas, but the rooms were just backwards. So now I got it updated.
Very good, sir. Very good.
Right. Yeah. It was pretty interesting. The damage in wolf form was really kind of just absolutely random. It seemed. So it was a cool idea. I think that for what it was, and the damage output that they had in it, it wasn't that crazy. But I think looking back, there were a few wolves. There was like, holy cow, these guys are monsters. But
yeah, why did shapeshifting fail so much? I saw that a lot in your logs. I never understood why it failed. Like, almost at all. I couldn't imagine, like, a werewolf having issues in shapeshifting other than just going back to, like, the D&D roots. It failed.
Well,
it failed to roll.
If you check his wisdom stat, that'll give you an answer.
Just thought it was weird seeing, like, because he's a high level, what, I think you were maxed out level 75, or you were up there at least anyway, and it's like, at that level, should you ever fail to shapeshift? Really? I don't remember how to shapeshift.
Exactly, yeah. Alright, so on a side note here, kind of I guess a hidden little Easter egg. Not really, but I didn't announce it today, but what I'll be working on a little bit tonight on stream is the newbie area planned for evil. So check it out.
The circles of the fallen. Yeah, Owen's put a lot of work into these newbie zones, and they look good. Nice, Scott. Oh, the plan's a little bit different. It's going to be similar to what like the boot camp was on VFAOL, if you ever played that. And Ego, guess what they did with the Rowan Groves? They moved them to Cerulean Lakes and made them a high-level area. Isn't that just such a smart idea of them? If you can't tell, I'm very against that. Very against that. Is this thing on?
It is now.
Nice. guess on purpose. I don't know why didn't they just. I mean, they could have cloned the area or modified it somehow and just. Instead, they just took it, moved it over there, and okay, that's where Rohan groves are now. Everyone who remembers it used to be by the Vampire Arch. Y'all are just crazy. It was never there. It was always by the Cerulean Lakes.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting set of testing for sure. We don't want to, in general, if I make a little statement, we're not going to try and nerf everybody and, well, this was overpowered, so this is going to, we don't want to ruin the fun of a lot of things. So, but it will be different because of the way it's created and the way it's implemented. So, we'll... In quite some time later down the line, we should have some fun kind of playing with the values of certain statistics, flags, hidden stats, stuff like that. And ultimately we'll recreate the same feeling and then maybe have a little bit more sense put into it. Or not, depending on the state of our minds.
I'm shooting for shot. That's what my state will be.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm on shot.
We'll expend everything we got. Put it that way.
It won't be much. Not for me. I can guarantee you that.
Nah, man, you've done some awesome stuff so far, dude.
Oh, thank you. But just some of it's very, very tedious. But I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I like this kind of stuff. That was my favorite part of doing the echoes, and now this is just getting the world looking right again. You know what I mean? I love that.
Exactly. Yeah, like 600 a hand is in certain cases. Yeah, it's just a little crazy. But given certain circumstances, if they fumble, that's a critical failure. So you're bound to critically hit them, and then on top of that you have your critical damage if you critically strike. So there's some warranty for that, but then at the same time you were max realm title level 70, so or higher, so you would expect to destroy certain things, and that's fair too.
Hey, Nix, were any creatures, did they have pain resist? I know that there was no pain resist for the players, but did any creature have that? Nice, Scott.